José Ariel Contreras was born on December 6, 1971, in the small town of Caibarian, located in the Villa Clara province of Cuba. Growing up in a country where baseball is more than just a sport, but rather a national obsession, José was introduced to the game at an early age. From the moment he could hold a bat, Contreras was enamored with the sport, and his natural athletic abilities quickly became apparent. His father, who was an avid baseball fan, would often take him to local games, and it was during these outings that José began to dream of playing professionally. Cuba's rich baseball culture meant that young talent had a structured pathway to reach the national level. Contreras started playing in local youth leagues, where he exhibited an impressive combination of power, precision, and athleticism. By the age of 12, José had already started to stand out among his peers, earning a reputation as a promising pitcher with a strong arm and an innate understanding of the game. His performances caught the attention of scouts, and it wasn't long before he was enrolled in Cuba's National Baseball School, a prestigious institution that nurtured future stars. At the National Baseball School, José's skill set continued to evolve. His fastball, which could reach speeds of over 90 miles per hour, became one of his standout attributes, and he also developed a sharp slider and curveball. These skills made him one of the most highly regarded young pitchers in Cuba. By the time he was 18, he had earned a spot on the Cuban national junior team, where he continued to impress with his composure on the mound and his ability to perform under pressure. Rise to prominence in Cuban baseball. After completing his studies at the National Baseball School, Contreras moved on to play for Villa Clara in the Cuban National Series, the country's top-tier professional league. It was here that he truly began to make a name for himself in Cuban baseball. Contreras quickly emerged as one of the league's most dominant pitchers. His fastball, often clocked in the mid-90s, along with his impeccable control, made him a formidable force on the mound. He also developed a reputation for his ability to work deep into games, rarely allowing his opponents to capitalize on scoring opportunities. Contreras' breakout season came in the late 1990s, when he became one of the most successful pitchers in the Cuban National Series. He led Villa Clara to multiple playoff appearances and helped the team secure a championship. His consistent performance earned him a spot on the Cuban national team, where he would go on to represent his country in international competitions, including the prestigious World Baseball Classic. The Cuban national team was an elite group, featuring some of the best players in the world. Contreras' time on the national stage allowed him to further hone his craft while competing against the best international teams. His performances on the international stage were equally as impressive as his domestic career, cementing his reputation as one of the top pitchers of his generation. One of Contreras' most memorable moments came during Cuba's victory at the 1998 Baseball World Cup, where his pitching was crucial in securing the championship. His dominant performances in critical moments established him as a key figure in Cuban baseball during the late 1990s and early 2000s. This success only fueled his ambition to take his talents to the next level. Career peak and major achievements. José Contreras' career took a dramatic turn in 2003 when, after years of dominating in the Cuban National Series and on the international stage, he defected from Cuba in pursuit of the opportunity to play in Major League Baseball (MLB) in the United States. The decision to leave his home country was not an easy one, as it meant breaking away from everything he knew and loved, but Contreras was determined to reach the highest level of professional baseball. After defecting, Contreras signed a lucrative contract with the Chicago White Sox in 2004. His transition to Major League Baseball was a highly anticipated one, and it wasn't long before he made his debut for the White Sox. Although the transition to MLB was challenging, Contreras quickly made his presence felt. His powerful fastball and pinpoint control impressed the White Sox, and his transition to the MLB was seen as a success. In his first season with the White Sox, Contreras finished with a .430 ERA and solidified his place in the starting rotation. His most significant achievement that season was becoming an integral part of the White Sox's pitching staff during their postseason run. In 2005, Contreras helped lead the White Sox to their first World Series title in 88 years, a momentous achievement for the team. He delivered outstanding performances during the playoffs, most notably in the World Series, where he helped secure the team's victory over the Houston Astros. Contreras' World Series performance was particularly memorable for his poise on the mound and his ability to shut down the Astros' potent lineup. His crucial victories in the postseason earned him widespread recognition and solidified his legacy as one of the most successful pitchers of his era. The 2005 World Series title was the pinnacle of his MLB career, a crowning achievement that cemented his place in baseball history. Over the following seasons, Contreras continued to be a reliable and effective starter for the White Sox. His strikeouts and innings pitched remained consistent, and he earned multiple All-Star selections during his time with the team. His 2006 season, in which he posted a 3.27 ERA and a 15-7 win-loss record, marked one of the best years of his career in MLB. Throughout his time in Chicago, Contreras was known for his fiery competitive spirit, his love for the game, and his leadership on the mound. His success with the White Sox, including his World Series title, was a high point in his MLB career. Final years and legacy. In the years following his peak in the mid-2000s, Contreras experienced challenges typical of an aging athlete. Injuries began to take a toll on his performance, and his once dominant fastball started to lose some of its power. Nevertheless, Contreras remained a valuable presence on the mound, adapting his pitching style to account for his changing physical capabilities. He continued to pitch effectively for the White Sox through the 2009 season, but in 2010, he was traded to the New York Yankees. During his time with the Yankees, Contreras saw a decline in his performance, and injuries plagued his final years in Major League Baseball. He finished his MLB career in 2011, retiring after 14 seasons in the league. Despite the challenges, Contreras' legacy was secure. He had achieved what many Cuban players could only dream of, successfully transitioning to the MLB and making an indelible mark on the game. José Contreras' career in both Cuba and the United States left a lasting impact on the sport of baseball. His fastball, leadership, and playoff heroics have made him a beloved figure in the history of both the Cuban National Series and Major League Baseball. His journey from a young prospect in Cuba to a World Series champion in the United States is a testament to his talent, work ethic, and resilience. After retiring from baseball, Contreras returned to Cuba, where he became involved in various youth development programs, sharing his experiences and helping guide the next generation of Cuban baseball players. His dedication to the sport and his impact as both a player and mentor continue to influence baseball, both in Cuba and abroad.